I want some red roses for a blue lady. Mr. Florist, take my order, please. We had a silly quarrel the other day. Hope these pretty flowers chase her blues away. Wrap up some red roses for a blue lady. Send them to the sweetest gal in town. And if they do...
What's going on, YouTube pipe community? The Michigan Piper here, and tonight we're going to be reviewing a very special blend. This company has been producing tobacco, but they discontinued it and still make pipe cleaners to this day. Well, folks, I'm talking and no other than Dills Best. Dills Best has been around for a very long time, but I'll get to the history in a second. So there's a little funny story I have with this blend. Notorious for having opportunities show up in front of my door. So about a year ago, I was antique hunting, and I happened to find a whole bunch of pipe tobacco that's been sealed and unopened for decades. I saw Dills Best at an antique store in Virginia. I was about to buy it. It was dated around the early 50s, so around the same time period of when this blend was being produced and made. But there was that or Union Leader from 1941. So I opted for Union Leader from the 40s, obviously, because I can't find Union Leader anywhere. And I was already familiar with Union Leader. I didn't know anything about Dills Best and how rare it is to find. So, and I didn't even know that they had their own pipe cleaners until I went to the pipe shop, and they're like, oh, they produced pipe tobacco? I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh, Dills Best. I know that because I saw that at the antique store months ago, almost a year ago now, actually. But anyways, with the history with this blend, Dills Best has been around since 1846, as they advertised on their tin. But I don't think that's true, because I read on a article that that they produced tobacco until 1885, give or take, around the 1880s. But it's not the Dills Best like this. No. The Dills Best in 1885 was a cut plug, very shag-like, well, plug, pretty much. That's what you got. I think it was in you probably might assume it would have been in a different type of container, tin, probably more of a box shape. And then you get the tobacco like that, and then you cut it up, do whatever you want with it. You know, spit it out and chew it, or smoke it, or make into cigarettes or cigars, or whatever you want to do. Put it in your pipe. I think that was kind of like a multi-purpose tobacco back in those days in the 1880s. But when time grew on, it was more is this smoking tobacco or just pipe tobacco? Pipe smoking tobacco. Okay. So eventually it was produced as pipe tobacco. I don't know when this was made into pipe tobacco. Well, pipes advertised for pipe smoking, I should say. But it might have been used for cigarettes and pipe tobacco as well. But, you know, and then the 50s came around after the war. This blend well, in the later 50s, this blend was discontinued, or I should say around the 50s. This blend is discontinued, and never made ever since. But I did read on a review on tobaccoreviews.com that someone was able to get it in 1962 in pouches. So might have been still producing pouches until the 60s, but I don't know. I don't know much about that. I only read on what I know online and try to pick up information from there. You guys are more than welcome to correct me in the comments. I don't know much about this blend. I only know what I know. But anyways, the cut of this tobacco is crimp cut, and it smells like molasses. Very typical old codger smelling tobacco. And it smells a lot like, it smells pretty much the same as my Union Leader from 1941, but I thought it was, well, that can't be right. It might be the tobacco, how long it's been sitting there and aged. It might have worn the smell out. I don't know. Or back in the day, things were made differently, so there could be multiple variations of why it smells the way it does. I wish I can go back in a time machine and buy some at a store brand new and smell the tin from there, but we can't do that now, can we? But it's a crimp cut, old codger blend. Well, we'll just get to the smoke. We'll just smoke it and see how this tastes. So, lit it up earlier, and yeah, let's light it again. So, immediately, there's not much wow factor going on with this blend. I'm going to be honest, because it is an old codger blend, and it's over the counter. And, but, I do get that molasses taste, the sugary taste, with a lot of sweetness, and quite a bit of fruit note to it. More like a citrusy kind of, yeah, it's very citrusy, fruity note, kind of like apples. Kind of like a very sweet apple that you pick up on the tree and just eat it. Like those green apple trees. Kind of like that. I think this is what this blend tastes like. Very sweet. Very, very mild, as it was advertised. Dill's Best. Like the dill pickle. Like you're smoking a dill pickle. Maybe that's what it was advertised for. Dill pickle flavored tobacco. I don't think that would be very good. I'm just joking though, but it's a good smoke. Very, very enjoyable. That's for somebody who appreciates over-the-counter blends and the history behind them. I think you would enjoy this blend, but they don't make it anymore. Where are you gonna get it? Well, there's not much I can tell you. You could probably try reaching out to your local tobacconist. More than likely, you're going to find it at an antique store. Probably, all of it, the tobacco's gone, obviously, but very, very rarely will you find an unopened tobacco tin like I did about a year ago. Hey, it doesn't hurt to look. It really doesn't. Maybe the first antique visit, you go inside and first thing you see is Dills and it's unopened. Well, there you go. You will buy it for a pretty good price. I bought my Union Leader for about $50, so I think that's about average. But I know people would probably sell it online and probably ask for like 3 times the cost of what it was when they bought it. But which kind of sucks. But oh well. The way it is with the vintage market, I guess things just go up in value. So, yeah, Dill's Best. Smokes mild, smokes great. Pick up some Dill's Best at an antique store, not at your local tobacconist. Just pick it up somewhere if you can. So, if I had to give Dill's Best a out of 10 score, probably be I usually give over-the-counter blends a higher rating, and a lot of you pipe snobs out there will be like, "Why do you give these blends a higher rating? That's unlawful." And sorry, that's just my opinion. There's no right or wrong way of enjoying tobacco. And for those people who try to put other people down for enjoying lower quality tobacco, I guarantee you probably have Prince Albert or Carter Hall somewhere stowed away like Fort Knox. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and tell me on what I should review next. And have a good night and take care. Goodbye.